KOIN 6 News. People. Now on hard copy. Fists fly high in Hollywood, turning the Boulevard of Broken Dreams into the Boulevard of Broken Bones. And even Jerry Springer's getting a ringside seat to all the action.
Half these people are on coke, they're all on drugs. It's the wild city.
Caught on tape. L.A. After Dark. It's the bizarre videotape of the Son of Sam, New York's most notorious serial killer.
At one time, I was called the Son of Sam. Today, God has said, you are now the Son of Hope.
Now, David Berkowitz is born again and preaching out from behind bars, from murderer to minister. It's the rare Frank Sinatra video showing the chairman of the board in his prime and telling Walter Cronkite this is the way it is.
When I say I had a low boiling point, it doesn't mean I went around kicking dogs, ladies and people.
Sinatra, speaking frankly. She's the Pro Bowl player who has Jenny McCarthy fans seeing double. But don't confuse this straight shooter with her centerfold sister.
I love basketball so much that I was in the backyard at 2 in the morning every night. And she was out curling her hair, spraying it, super hard.
Get ready, America. It's the new McCarthy era. This is hard copy for Friday, January 1st.
Hi, I'm Kyle Kreska. Hope you're having a great new year. We're going to have a look at Hollywood's wild fight nights coming up. But first, satanic serial killer Son of Sam is outraging America once again. Because as Steve Langford reports, even though he's behind bars for life, he's figured out a way to deliver his unbelievable message into your home.
It always seemed that I had some kind of a connection with the devil. I always felt like the devil was around. I just loved the darkness. There was something in me that just craved the darkness.
He went on a murderous rampage that terrorized New York in the late 70s. He did it for the devil, whom he called Sam. He christened himself Son of Sam, but now he wants you to believe he's been saved.
At one time, these hands were being used by the devil to destroy. But I thank God today for his great mercy that these hands are being used to touch lives. If God will save someone like me, a murderer, and make me into a minister today, he'll do that for anybody. He can say nobody is beyond the hope of God's reach, outstretched hands. Nobody is beyond the hope of God's love.
David Berkowitz, the creepy, pudgy-faced killer who stalked discos and shot 7 young people to death, and who then baffled cops with the satanic verses he left behind, is now starring in a couple of Christian videos, he says, to lead others to salvation.
At one time, I was called the Son of Sam. Today, God has said, you are now the Son of Hope. That's my new name, Son of Hope, because I tell everyone that there is hope in God.
If you're disgusted, you can imagine how the families of his victims feel. Michael Loria lost his precious daughter Donna to a bullet Berkowitz fired as she sat in her car outside her Bronx apartment. Donna was just 18 years old.
They're glorifying him. As far as him changing religion, I don't believe a word of it. And I'm a Catholic, and I don't believe he is changed.
This video, called Son of Sam, Son of Hope, was produced by a non-profit church group in Florida. If it makes money, they say they won't see a red cent, and they defend their decision to give the Son of Sam a soapbox.
He can't bring back the people that he destroyed, but he can warn other young people. He can tell them, I made tragic mistakes. I gave myself over to Satanism and the occult and the dark side. I thought violence was a cool thing to do. Let them hear out of his mouth why he did what he did.
In the video, Berkowitz claims he was out of control even as a kid, and he tells how one night in Pelham Bay Park in the Bronx, he was seduced into a cult by devil worshippers.
As unbelievable as it sounds, what started as animal sacrifices, people began to talk about making human sacrifices. And I never knew at the beginning that this stuff was going to result in murder.
Then, he says, came the infamous killing spree that turned the Big Apple into Terror Town. When it was all over, he was sentenced to 300 years behind bars. It was there that Berkowitz says he was born again.
In the quietness, I just started crying and crying, and all this stuff was just coming at me. I said, God, I'm so sorry for living like an animal. I'm so sorry for all these things, Lord God. I don't even understand what happened. Lord, it seems like I never had a moment of peace, God. I never had a moment of peace or happiness in my life, not real happiness. And I just began to cry.
So, is he sincere? Only David Berkowitz knows. For the lives torn apart by the son of Sam, a new born-again Berkowitz may be too hard to ever accept.
Here I am, a murderer, a man locked behind prison walls now for 19 years. And yet God has shown me that he was willing to forgive me and give me a whole new life.
He says the demons made him do it. Then the demons are still in his body. He never got rid of the demons.
And now another outrageous videotape. This one exposing a Southern cop's rage and the beating he unleashed on one teenage suspect. A police officer in Georgia spots emergency lights and pulls over. He sees a fellow cop subduing a suspect, runs up, but doesn't try to help. Instead, he kicks the handcuffed suspect and punches him, then kicks and punches him again and again. He wrenches the suspect's arm and drags him back to a patrol car, and all of it was caught on tape.
I was laying on top of him in the process of handcuffing him when Officer Morris arrived and ran over to us where he began kicking and punching Mr. Collins.
Officer Steve Brown of the Lilburn, Georgia Police Department, cop to the core. But he's making a very unusual move, publicly criticizing fellow officer Greg Morris for beating suspect Kevin Collins.
That could have been anybody's 17-year-old son.
On the night of his arrest, police suspected that Collins had been driving drunk on this road. When Officer Brown tried to pull him over, Kevin and a friend sped off in his car.
I was scared. That's all I can say. I was scared.
He eventually rolled his car onto this lawn. Neither he nor his friend was injured seriously. Officer Brown cuffed him.
Kevin was in a point of submission on the ground.
Then Officer Morris showed up, and the beating began.
I grabbed his foot and told him to stop. Officer Morris never said anything that I recall. He just was kicking and punching him.
After the beating, Kevin pleaded guilty to several charges and served 14 months in jail.
I had broke the law. I'm no angel, you know. I did my crime. I also did my time, too.
For beating Kevin, Officer Morris was suspended for 1 week and had to take a stress management class.
He beat somebody like a dog, dragged him like a dog. If the tables would have been turned, me on top of him, I'd be facing mandatory 5 years. But he's got protection from the badge.
Until Officer Brown spoke up, Kevin never knew about the tape.
They had told us that the tape did not exist.
Michael Pugliese is Kevin's attorney.
Officer Morris runs up to him, kicks him 8 times, punches him twice. That's a thug. That's not a police officer.
In downtown Lilburn, flags fly freely. At night, so did the fists and feet. At the Lilburn Police Department, silence over Kevin's beating. No comment from Officer Morris or the chief. The FBI and the district attorney are investigating the beating, caught on tape. Since the infamous Rodney King beating, the number of police assaults caught on tape has increased dramatically. Now, sadly enough, kidnappings happen practically every day in this country. But with the right kind of education and awareness, your child can be like the one that our Ed Miller met. She did more than just stop the would-be kidnapper. She sent him to jail.
Ready?
Sugar and spice, and already fighting vice. 7-year-old Emily Palmer of Chattanooga could be the youngest crime fighter in the world. Not only did she escape from an attempted kidnapping, she's responsible for putting a potential molester behind bars.
I went home and told my mom, and they called the police, and now he's in jail.
Emily's life and death tug of war happened this past spring as she was getting off her school bus. A stranger approached and tried to lure her away. The second day, he tried again, this time trying to get her into his car.
On the second day that you saw him, you did what now?
I walked around, and I slowed down, and then I got the numbers, and I
The
started...
license plate numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And then?
I started walking fast again.
You ran home to tell Mom.
Mm-hmm. I knew that he would have hurt me if I got in the car.
I try not to even think about what could have happened. She would not probably have survived. And I just that's too hard to think about.
Police arrested 21-year-old Jarrett Lee Adams and charged him with the attempted kidnapping of Emily and other children as well.
After Adams was arrested, he was interviewed and basically indicated if the children had complied, that something bad would have happened to them.
I could tell how he was a bad stranger because of the questions he was asking.
Weird questions?
Yeah. How about we all give one?
Boy.
Okay. Every night when she's in bed and asleep, I have to go in and just kind of look at her to make sure that, this really did all turn out good and she's still here with us. She did the right thing.
Police say Emily Palmer knew how to get away from a child predator because of life-saving techniques that we first showed you on hard copies several months ago. It's called Escape School, sponsored by Service Corporation International with former police officer Bob Stuber.
Don't be afraid to teach your kids what they need to know to be safe on their own street. By teaching them, they're going to get smart. That's what's going to make them safe.
Thanks to Stuber's crusade, thousands of children have now been empowered with specific tips on escape. And that has given big courage to little ones like Emily.
All I do is get the numbers.
But you memorized the numbers. You didn't forget them. How did you do that?
I just said them in my head the whole time, Mom.
Over and over again. That's how you remembered his license plate number.
And by the way, Emily had discussed the escape school techniques with her parents, but never thought she'd need to use them.
Coming up, we hit the main streets of Los Angeles, and they hit back. It's an outrageous look at the tough side of Tinseltown, and every power punch is caught on tape. Plus,
I'm a sneaky pea papa.
the revealing network documentary Frank Sinatra didn't want you to see.
I understand that he was very nervous. He tried to kill the show.
And
I get to be like Michael Jordan.
talk about a double dribble. We hit the court to find out how Jenny McCarthy's kid sister bounced her way into the pros.
I just like getting in there and getting rough.
That's coming up.
1 Minute Maalox.
In hospital pharmacies, they work fast. They dispense medicines that work fast. And for heartburn, the #1 choice of hospital pharmacies is 1 Minute Maalox, not Pepcid AC. Maalox goes to work on stomach acid in 1 minute. Pepcid AC could take over 45 minutes to affect acid. Hospital pharmacies count on the speed of 1 Minute Maalox. Shouldn't you?
The #1 choice of hospital pharmacies. It's not Pepcid AC. It's 1 Minute Maalox.
To the final hours. We're celebrating the year of Bob with the biggest used vehicle savings event ever seen. That means you'll save big money when you buy in Beaverton during Bob Lanfear's Best of the Best used car clearance.
Over 1,000 vehicles, all rock bottom price, no negotiation necessary for this giant event only. No money down delivers. No payments till February 99. Prices are just $9.95. There will be no extension. The best of the best used car clearance at the Bob Lanfear dealerships on Kenyon Road in Beaverton.
You can't afford to miss it.
Wonderland! If you really want some fun, the game is on. Come all to Wonderland. It's the hippest place in town. Bring everybody down. Come all to Wonderland. Wonderland. Bring the fun. Wonderland. Don't be a miserable game. Let's all go to Wonderland.
For the biggest event of the year, make the drive to your Northwest Ford store's 99 kickoff event.
You're crazy about the best-selling, best-built trucks in America.
Save over $1,600 with 4.9 financing on #1 F-150 Super Cab, the only truck with 4 doors standard. Score over $2,300 with 1.9 financing on a 4-door Ranger. 1.9 financing on an Explorer saves you over $3,500. Get off the bench and check out Ford's all-star lineup. When the whistle blows, it's over. The 99 kickoff event now at your Northwest Ford store.
Why is she smiling? She's got Polidin for parcels to clean the pearly part and the metal part in just 5 minutes. Try Polidin for parcels and smile.
Basic lip care doesn't bring a lot to the party. But Blistex goes beyond basic protection with unique emollient formulas that bring a little life to your lips. Blistex.
Now the Frank Sinatra documentary Old Blue Eyes didn't want America to see when it was shot some 30 years ago. But these days, Frank's fans say it offers an honest look at a man whose music still mesmerizes America.
If they can't beat you one way, they're going to try to beat you another way, you know?
He hit life head-on like a freight train, mowing over some and scooping up others for the ride of their lives.
Misery is when you're riding on a subway at 4 o'clock in the morning and the cop in your car moonlights as a mugger.
I love Frank. I love Frank. I think he'll always be with us.
He was the champ, all-time champ, and they retired the number.
It's hard to believe it's been nearly 8 months since Francis Albert Sinatra's death. Now, in a new home video, the chairman is seen in his heyday.
I'm a sneaky pea-popper. What I do with my life is of my own doing. I live it the best way I can. I've been criticized on many, many occasions.
The year was 1965. That's another legend. Walter Cronkite face-to-face with Sinatra.
Do you think your boiling point is low? Not anymore. It used to be. When I say I had a low boiling point, it doesn't mean I went around kicking dogs and old ladies and people.
There are funny times with his fellow rat packers.
You dirty rat. All you want me to do is take the 50 G's while you play punches with the cops. Is that so? You did it to my brother in the back. I'm going to do it to you.
It's no secret Sinatra was social. Here, the live wire holds court at a New York City saloon.
The first one that Sammy got, I never saw a guy do a take like this. He got it from the wrong side with the bad glimmer. It came like this, and he stood like this.
Sinatra's daughter, Nancy, isn't too happy about Dad partying with pals.
When you have a daddy, you kind of want him to be a daddy all the time. And sometimes, when he's with his friends, they carry on like a bunch of kids.
Sinatra historian Chuck Granata says this is perhaps the only time in the crooner's life he truly opened up.
Sinatra was kind of uncomfortable with what would be, divulged in this particular program. I understand that he was very nervous. He tried to kill the show.
But perhaps the most insightful answer in this unique show was just how Sinatra wants to be remembered.
I would like to be remembered as a man who had a wonderful time living his life and who had good friends, a fine family.
And that is exactly how we remember him.
Monday on Hard Copy, Hal Ketchum's the singer who came back from a bout with the bottle.
It's like digging a hole. The hole gets deeper, your friends start to disappear.
And from the brink of a paralyzing disease.
I was told that I wouldn't play for a year to 2 years. I was afraid I was never going to play again.
Now hear the story of his medical miracle. He's country's comeback kid. Plus, meet the chef to the stars, who's serving up some celebrity culinary secrets.
Elizabeth Taylor really likes my meatloaf dish.
We savor his Hollywood dish. Monday.
Now, Jenny McCarthy made a name for herself in Playboy magazine and on primetime TV. But these days, Jenny's sexy sister is stealing the spotlight and stealing the ball.
What a pair! That's sexy pinup Jenny McCarthy on the right, and that's her look-alike kid sister, Joanne. 2 peas in a pod with one big difference. Joanne's a pro basketball player with the Chicago Condors.
Is an awesome player. She will add great talent to our championship team.
And Jenny's her biggest fan.
Are you see me there a lot? Trust me, I'm going to be the idiot screaming the wrong thing. Offense! No! Defense! Charge!
Jenny's been trying to make it in Hollywood, while Joanne's been making it on the hardwood. That's Joanne scoring 2. She loves the competition.
The bigger, the harder, the stronger, the better. I don't know what it is, but I just like getting in there and getting rough.
And she loves to get ready for the games.
Every day I wake up and it's like, oh my God, I'm going to professional basketball practice.
In her controversial commercials for Candy sneakers, Jenny had a different way to warm up.
I brushed my teeth and I shaved my armpits. That was my special preparation.
Joanne and Jenny have had a running basketball tournament since they were children.
I won 3 games and she won 3 games, and to this day still, we haven't played the championship game, and every time, I ask her for that game, she's just like, nope, because she knows she'll lose.
Jenny would probably agree.
I played 1 year in 8th grade. I played basketball. And fortunately, there were only 5 girls on the team.
and one of the girls broke her leg the first game. So guess who they had to put in?
Jenny's basketball skills may be limited, but Joanne is very proud of her sister.
I still get excited to see her, you know, in magazines and stuff.
A good part of Jenny's fame has come from appearing in the buff, while Joanne's success comes from appearing with a ball. But each sibling has followed her dream.
I love basketball so much that I was in the backyard at 2 in the morning every night. And she was out curling her hair, spraying it, you know, super hard.
Up next, it's heating up in Hollywood. The women are knockouts and the guys are getting knocked out. All the action is caught on tape. Next.
This Super Bowl Sunday, the Prize Patrol could surprise you with $31 million. Now that's a big check. The one and only Publishers Clearinghouse Sweepstakes. Now, bigger than ever. Uh-oh.
Same day, 2 coughs, your choice. Robitussin DM or Vicks 44. Both the same, right? How about 4 hours later and later than that? Time will tell you Vicks 44 is different. With Robitussin DM, you should redose every 4 hours, while soothing Vicks 44 lasts up to 4 hours more. And with your 8-hour day, that's a real plus. Get up to 4 hours more with Vicks 44.
How are these? Bigger. This Super Bowl Sunday, the Prize Patrol could surprise you with $31 million. Bigger. The one and only Publishers Clearinghouse Sweepstakes. Now, bigger than ever.
Make your dream come true from Bruce Chevrolet's huge inventory. Hi, I'm Bruce, and this is Sissy Rue. Don't you dare miss our fantastic prices and selection. Drive home today this all-new extended cab 4x4 pickup, or this brand-new S10 4x4 pickup. Many to choose from. Select your color from many Suburbans and Tahoes, all in stock for immediate delivery. You know the place. That's Bruce Chevrolet in Hillsboro, a name you can trust.
Boy meets girl. It happens every day. It could happen to you. Just call our local number and listen to single men and women from the Portland area as they describe themselves and the people they'd like to meet. We're the People Store. We don't use 900 numbers, and we never charge for the local call. Our voice system is totally automated, so you never have to talk to our staff. Call anytime and discover a very private way to meet nice people in the Portland area. The People Store. It could happen to you.
When an adult listens to me, it makes me feel very appreciated, and it makes me want to do more for the community.
Every young person needs some simple things to help them succeed in life. You can help kids succeed when you just take the time.
I'm an adult in my life, and we just hang out and talk and drink coffee together.
KOIN TV and the Multnomah Commission on Children and Families urge you to take the time. Talk to the young people in your life and really listen.
It makes you feel like somebody cares, somebody wants to know what's on your mind.
Call for more free tips on how you can help kids succeed.
Log on to KOIN TV's Channel 6000 website at KOIN.com.
America Online introduces new version 4.0.
It can't get any easier.
I can customize my email.
It's my connection to the world.
America Online. So easy to use, no wonder it's #1.
Now, we sent our Steve Langford out for a night on the town in Hollywood. But instead of finding fun, he found fighting. And every high-flying fist was caught on tape.
Ah, La La Land, over easy and sunny side up. But when night falls, some of this city's hard-boiled eggheads crack up. This isn't some crazed casting call for the Jerry Springer Show. Why, speak of the devil. This is the real deal. Pig-headed partiers taking the term lights out all too seriously.
You go to these clubs and, you know, everybody wants to be somebody they're not.
Everybody that doesn't live in California, you gotta know what you're missing. See? You're missing all the good life.
This guy might think he's Rico Suave, but he got the cold shoulder. Most of the time, it's a cross-eyed concoction of women and booze that fuels these barfly barbarians. Hey, pal, Mike Tyson, you're not.
Half these people are on coke. They're all on drugs. You know? It's just a wild city.
Whatever happened to laid-back L.A.? The fact of the matter is, this can be one nasty, bitter town. A place where everybody's a star, or they think they are. And the pressure of it all seems to blow at night.
People from Ohio and Nebraska, this is like their dreamland. Everybody wants to come here and become a star. And most of the people don't make it, unfortunately.
you know, it crushes their hopes, it crushes their dreams.
Ouch. Hey, smart guys, take it out on your agent. Can't we all just get along?
And we'll be back with more right after this.
If you have a story you'd like us to investigate, call Hard Copy's tip line, toll free at 1-888-TV-COPY-7.
Hello, I'm Jim Watkins, a local Mako owner. Does your car look like this? Well, it could look like this. For a limited time, Mako will paint your entire car for half price. That's right, half price. And our Supreme Paint Service comes with a limited 2-year warranty. Come by your nearest Mako Center in the Portland, Vancouver, Salem area for a free half-off coupon. Don't wait. Let Mako make your entire car beautiful again for half price.
If you want to know what your future holds, make sure you get your information from a reliable source. The 7-Day Planner from Coin 6 NexRad Weather. A full week's worth of weather every day on every newscast. From the only weather team with the experience to forecast 7 days in advance. See into your future with the Coin 6 NexRad Weather 7-Day Planner. Only from Coin 6 News.
These are the Wednesday's children you see each week on Coin 6 News. There are over 6,000 children currently in foster care in Oregon you never see, plus many more in need. The Friends of Wednesday's Children Fund was created to aid with support services, activities, and equipment to enrich their lives. I'm Jeff Gianola. Coin TV urges you to give these kids the hope they need to become successful adults. Support Friends of Wednesday's Children Fund. For more information, call 1-888-798-3580 or 242-3580.
To be a mentor, you don't have to have all the answers.
Interesting. You hungry? Yeah. You just have to be yourself, which, by the way, is pretty good. Do good. Mentor a child. Call 1-877-BE-A-MENTOR.
We are women with epilepsy.
We are women with epilepsy.
We have observed connections between hormonal activity and seizure activity.
We have seen our observations dismissed,
Unacknowledged,
unexplored.
our bodies are telling us things that no one but us can hear.
Things that make us believe research can provide answers. Better treatment.
A cure.
Your help is our hope.
Support the Epilepsy Foundation's campaign for women's health.
We are women.
We are women with epilepsy.
We will be heard.
Closed captioning provided by...
I don't have to worry about denture odor anymore. I switched to Polygrip Ultra Fresh because it controls denture odor. Polygrip Ultra Fresh holds my denture in tight.
And that's Hard Copy for New Year's Day, 1999. Hope you're off to a good start. We're going to leave you in L.A. after dark. See you later.
I've seen straight-out brawls around town in front of clubs during let-outs. You know, nobody wants to go home. They got a ton of energy left in them. When you get these snooty girls, and there's every guy that hits on them, you know, most of the guys fight over who's going to talk to them. And these girls are blowing off guys left and right. You know, they get upset. They